The church bells were ringing, guests filled the pews, and my white gown shimmered under the stained glass light. It should have been the happiest day of my life, but my hands wouldn't stop shaking. "Deep breaths, Emily," my maid of honor whispered, fixing the veil on my head. "You're just nervous. Every bride is." I tried to smile, but something felt wrong. Deep in my gut, there was a heaviness I couldn't explain. The doors opened. The music began. Everyone rose to their feet as I walked down the aisle toward Ryan Carter, the man I thought was my forever. His smile didn't reach his eyes. And standing right beside him, where my sister should have been in the second row, was Olivia, my stepsister, dressed in white, veil covering her face, hand in his. I stumbled. The world spun. And then the words cut through me like knives. "I now pronounce you husband and wife." Not me. Her. Ryan kissed Olivia, my fiancé, my groom, kissed my stepsister, in front of everyone. Gasps rippled through the church as my heart cracked wide open. My wedding day had turned into my funeral. The death of every dream I'd ever had. As I stood frozen, the whispers started. "Did you see that? Her own sister. This is humiliating." I wanted to scream, to rip off the dress, to run, but my body refused to move. Ryan's eyes met mine, cold and guilty, like he knew what he had just done. And Olivia, oh, she looked proud. Her smirk was hidden under her veil, but I saw it. I knew that smile. She had always wanted what was mine, and now she had taken everything. But how? Why? I'll tell you how. Ryan Carter wasn't just any man. He was the man. The kind of man who made every girl in town turn their head. Charming, ambitious, handsome with that easy grin and confident stride. But he chose me, Emily Parker, the quiet one, the dreamer, the girl who believed in forever. We met at college, in the library of all places. He asked if he could borrow my pen. I thought it was a silly excuse to talk to me, but his eyes were so sincere. I gave him the pen. He gave me his heart, or so I thought. We spent nights talking under the stars, days planning our future. He promised me forever, promised me I was his only one. When he proposed under the same oak tree where we first kissed, I thought my life was perfect. But perfection was a lie, because in the shadows, Olivia was watching. Olivia and I weren't real sisters. My dad married her mum when we were teenagers. She was always the center of attention, the prettier one, the louder one, the one boys noticed first. But Ryan didn't notice her. He noticed me, and that was something Olivia couldn't stand. She'd make little comments like, "Emily, are you sure Ryan really loves you?" Or, "You're too plain for him." Or, "Maybe he'll realize he deserves better." I brushed it off as jealousy, but deep down, I knew she was planning something. I just never thought she'd have the guts to do it, until she walked down the aisle in my place. That night, after the so-called wedding, I locked myself in my room. I ripped off the gown, smashed the flowers, screamed into the silence. Pictures of Ryan and me mocked me from the walls. The ring on my finger burned like fire. And Olivia, she paraded through the house with Ryan, like she had won some prize. Her laughter echoed in my ears. My stepmother congratulated her. My father stayed silent. And me? I was invisible. The world had shifted. I was no longer the bride. I was the joke, but the joke wasn't on me. Not yet. Because soon, Ryan would learn the truth about Olivia. At first, Ryan seemed happy. Olivia draped on his arm, showing off the ring that should have been mine. But I noticed things. The way her smile disappeared when he wasn't looking. The way she snapped at him when no one was around. The way she demanded things. Expensive things. "Ryan, I want a new car. Ryan, buy me that necklace. Ryan, I deserve better than this." It wasn't love. It was greed. And slowly Ryan began to see it. I caught him staring at me sometimes. Guilt in his eyes. Regret etched in his face. But I looked away. Once a cheater, always a cheater. One evening, just weeks after their wedding, there was a knock at my door. I opened it, and there he was, Ryan, disheveled, exhausted, eyes begging for mercy. "Emily," he whispered, voice cracking. "I made a mistake. Please take me back." My chest tightened. The man I once loved was standing there, pleading. But behind him, I saw Olivia's shadow lurking, listening, watching. This wasn't over, not even close, because betrayal has consequences, and Olivia was about to learn hers. Ryan's eyes were red, his hands trembling. He wasn't the confident man who once promised me forever. He looked broken. "Emily," he whispered, "I can't do this anymore. Olivia, she's destroying me. Please, I need you." For a moment, my heart betrayed me. It remembered the man who held me under the stars, the one who swore I was his world. But then, I remembered my wedding day, the aisle, the vows stolen, the kiss that wasn't mine. I swallowed the lump in my throat. "Ryan," I said slowly, "once a cheater, always a cheater. You made your choice. Now live with it." He flinched like I had slapped him. And that's when Olivia stepped from the shadows, her smile poisonous. Well, she purred. "Didn't I tell you, Ryan? She'd never take you back. Emily isn't stupid like you thought." Her words dripped venom, but her eyes held panic, because for the first time, she knew her game was unraveling. The cracks widened quickly. Within weeks, Ryan's savings were gone. Olivia spent like a queen. Designer clothes, luxury handbags, weekend trips. And when Ryan tried to slow her down, she snapped. "You married me for love? Cute. I married you for the money. Don't like it. Too bad." The words stabbed him. I knew because I overheard them one night at a family dinner. Ryan sat there, silent, pale. My father avoided his eyes. My stepmother scolded me for looking smug. But deep inside, I felt a fire. This wasn't the end. This was the beginning of their collapse. Months passed, and Ryan's once shining reputation dimmed. His business strained. His friends were gone. His marriage was a battlefield. I heard the arguments through the walls when they stayed at my father's house. "You promised me more money," Olivia screamed. "I'm broke because of you," Ryan roared back. Then a crash, shattered glass, and her laugh. Cruel and cold. The boy who once swore to protect me was now the one needing protection from his own wife. But I didn't step in. No, I watched. Because karma was doing the work I never had to. One night, Ryan showed up again. This time, not begging, just broken. "Emily," he whispered, his eyes hollow. "You were right. Once a cheater. Always a cheater. I ruined everything." I didn't reply. I let the silence suffocate him. Because what could I say? "Sorry, I warned you. You betrayed me and expected a soft landing." He left with tears in his eyes. And I realized then that he wasn't my story anymore, but Olivia. Oh, she still was, because her greed was about to devour her whole. It started with whispers, rumors in town. Olivia had been seen with another man, wealthier, older, married. Ryan found out the hard way. Walked into a restaurant and saw her hand in hand with him. The scene exploded. Yelling, chairs scraping, gasps from strangers. Olivia didn't even deny it. She just smirked. "You're broke, Ryan. I don't waste my beauty on losers." That single line shattered what was left of his pride. And for the first time, he hated her. While they crumbled, I built. I poured myself into my work, into my passions. Slowly, I became stronger, independent. People stopped looking at me as the girl who was humiliated at her wedding. They saw me as Emily Parker, resilient, fearless, unbreakable. Even my father, once silent, told me, "You've shown more strength than any of us. I'm proud of you." Those words healed more than he knew. It was a rainy evening when it happened. Ryan showed up one last time, drenched, desperate. "Emily," he begged, falling to his knees. "Olivia's gone. She took everything. Please, give me one more chance. I'll prove I can change. His tears mixed with the rain. His hands clutched mine. For a second, I saw the boy I once loved. But then I saw the man who betrayed me. And I pulled my hand away. No, Ryan, you can't change. Because cheaters don't transform. They just wait for the next chance. I won't be your next chance. His face crumbled. He realized, truly realized, he had lost me forever. Weeks later, Olivia's new fling dumped her too. She was left with nothing. No money, no status, no Ryan. And me. I stood taller than ever. Because I didn't just survive betrayal. I transformed it into power. As I walked past Ryan and Olivia, one last time, I whispered the words that had become my truth. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And I never looked back.